Nissan Motors, a name once synonymous with innovation and reliability, has shaped the global automotive industry for nearly a century. From its humble beginnings in Japan to becoming a household name worldwide, Nissan's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. But today, the company stands at a crossroads, facing unprecedented challenges that have sparked debates about whether Nissan has reached the end of the road. Nissan's story began in 1933, when a merger between two Japanese companies, Tobata Casting and Nihon Sangyo, formed the company we know today. Originally operating under the name Datsun, the brand was built on a vision of creating affordable, high-quality vehicles for Japan's growing middle class. The first Datsun cars were small and fuel-efficient, earning the nickname the car of the people. By the 1950s, Nissan Motors had taken over Datsun and began expanding its reach, exporting vehicles to countries like the United States and Australia. In the 1970s, Nissan rose to prominence as a global automotive powerhouse. The brand's focus on innovation, reliability, and affordability resonated with consumers worldwide. The launch of the 240Z sports car in 1969 was a game-changer. It offered the performance of European sports cars at a fraction of the price, earning Nissan a loyal fan base in the US. By the 1980s, Nissan had become a major player in North America, with cars like the Sentra and Maxima dominating the sedan market. In 1989, the company introduced Infiniti, its luxury division, to compete with brands like Lexus and BMW. The early 2000s brought a mix of innovation and turbulence for Nissan. The company launched the Nissan Leaf, the world's first mass-produced electric vehicle, cementing its position as a pioneer in green technology. But behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to show. Nissan's over-reliance on cost-cutting measures and aggressive expansion strategies under CEO Carlos Ghosn led to a strained corporate culture. Ghosn's controversial leadership style saved Nissan from bankruptcy in the late 1990s, but it came at a cost. By the 2010s, the company's reputation was marred by allegations of financial misconduct and internal strife. After Gossen's dramatic arrest in 2018, Nissan struggled to regain its footing. The company's sales plummeted, particularly in the US and European markets, as it faced fierce competition from rivals like Toyota and Tesla. Over the past decade, Nissan has faced a series of challenges, from product recalls and quality concerns to declining consumer trust. Even its once revolutionary electric vehicle lineup has struggled to keep pace with newer, more advanced EVs from competitors. Today, Nissan finds itself at a critical juncture. The company is focusing on restructuring efforts, aiming to cut costs and streamline operations. But with mounting losses and stiff competition, many wonder, is this the end of the road for Nissan? The company's latest initiatives include a renewed focus on electric vehicles and sustainability. But can these efforts be enough to restore its former glory? Nissan's story is a cautionary tale about the risks of overexpansion and the importance of innovation. From its humble beginnings as Datsun to its rise as a global powerhouse and its current struggles, Nissan's journey highlights the ever-changing nature of the automotive industry. Whether this is the end of the road or the beginning of a new chapter, one thing is certain: Nissan's legacy has left an indelible mark on the world of automobiles. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the history of Nissan Motors. What do you think lies ahead for the company? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories about the brands shaping our world.
The high-octane world of Formula One, where speed isn't just a thrill, but a way of life. Strap in tight as we journey through the twists and turns of one man's remarkable story, a tale that reads like a Hollywood blockbuster. Picture this. January 23, 2017, Liberty Media steps up to the podium, dropping a jaw-dropping $4.4 billion to claim ownership of F1, putting an end to a 4-decade reign of one man who was the undisputed star of the show. Who was this mastermind behind the wheel? None other than Bernie Ecclestone. But let's rewind the tape a bit. Long before the big bucks and global dominance, Ecclestone was just a racing enthusiast with a dream. In 1951, a nasty collision with Bill Whitehouse sent him flying from the cockpit. But instead of throwing in the towel, Ecclestone took a detour into real estate while keeping a keen eye on the car business. Fast forward to 1957, and he's back in the game, this time managing driver Stuart Lewis Evans. But tragedy struck at the 1958 Moroccan Grand Prix, when Lewis's engine went up in flames, leaving Ecclestone reeling from the loss of a close friend. Yet amidst the turmoil, Ecclestone soldiered on, embodying the resilience that defines champions. The 60s were a turbulent time for Formula One. Teams were pushing the limits of innovation, but with innovation came a hefty price tag. Money was tight, and the sport relied heavily on manufacturers for support. And let's not forget the safety concerns plaguing the sport, with tragic accidents claiming the lives of legends like Wolfgang von Trips and Jim Clark. Ecclestone wasn't just a spectator in this drama, he was a key player, managing Y and Rin, and even partially owning Rin's Lotus Formula 2 team. Ecclestone was deeply entrenched in the heart of the racing world. But tragedy struck again when Rin lost his life in a crash at the Monza circuit in 1970, casting a shadow over Ecclestone's triumphs. But Ecclestone wasn't one to back down from a challenge. As the 70s unfolded, he emerged as a driving force in F1, navigating the sport through the treacherous waters of financial uncertainty and global recession. His shrewd business acumen and unwavering determination were the fuel that kept F1's engines soaring. Fast forward to the 21st century, and Ecclestone's legacy looms large over the world of motorsport. Love him or hate him, there's no denying the indelible mark he's left on Formula One. From daring deals to high-stakes negotiations, Ecclestone's story is a testament to the power of passion and perseverance. In 1971, he swooped in and purchased Brabham Racing, kickstarting a revolution that would change the face of Formula One forever. With a keen eye for talent and an ironclad determination, Ecclestone turned Brabham into a force to be reckoned with, from signing top designers like Gordon Murray to securing star drivers like Nelson Piquet and Niki Lauda. Bernie was the driving force behind Brabham's meteoric rise. But what set Bernie apart wasn't just his knack for picking winners. It was his unparalleled attention to detail. From color-coded uniforms for mechanics to a relentless pursuit of perfection, Brabham set the standard for excellence on and off the track. And as the sport's popularity soared, so did Bernie's bank account. He understood the value of television rights long before anyone else, ensuring that Formula One became a global spectacle watched by millions. But Bernie wasn't content with just revolutionizing the racing scene. He wanted to shake up the entire industry. In 1974, he spearheaded the formation of the Formula One Constructors Association, cementing his status as a key player in the sport. And when he took the reins as CEO in 1978, alongside legal heavyweight Max Mosley, it was game over for his rivals. Together, Bernie and Max were a force to be reckoned with. While Mosley thrived in the political arena, Ecclestone had his sights set on the bottom line. They were a match made in heaven, or perhaps hell, depending on who you ask. Armed with a shared vision and a healthy dose of cunning, they took on the establishment and won. But Bernie's legacy isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about passion and perseverance. He saw the potential in Formula One when others saw only a sport. And thanks to his tireless efforts, F1 became more than just a race. It became a global phenomenon. Sponsorships poured in faster than a pit crew changing tires, as brands clamored to hitch their wagons to the Formula One phenomenon. With Bernie at the helm, the race promoters lost their bargaining power faster than a rookie driver spinning out on the first lap. In television networks, they needed Bernie more than a car needs gasoline. The man had the golden touch, turning Formula One into must-watch TV. But Bernie wasn't just raking in cash, he was wielding power like a seasoned pro. By striking annual TV rights deals covering every race, Bernie had broadcasters eating out of his hand faster than a driver hitting the accelerator. And get this, it was all Bernie's brainchild. The man was a strategic genius, outmaneuvering his opponents with the finesse of a Grand Prix champion. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the FIA, the sport's governing body, was content to let Bernie do the heavy lifting. Little did they know, Bernie was amassing power faster than a car rounding the final corner. With the OFCA, Bernie's brainchild, calling the shots, the FIA found themselves playing catch-up in a game they didn't even know they were in. But every hero needs a nemesis, and in 1978, Bernie met his match in the flamboyant Jean-Marie Balestre, the new president of the FIA. Determined to wrest control from Bernie and the British teams, Balestre declared war, setting the stage for a battle royale that would make the Monaco Grand Prix look like a Sunday drive. Picture this. Behind the scenes, when the cameras weren't rolling, a battle of wits unfolded between Ecclestone and the FIA president. It was a game of cat and mouse, with secrets and alliances lurking around every corner. Bernie, always one step ahead, tracked down the FIA president's calls, discovering a clandestine conversation with Lotus boss Colin Chapman. Sensing trouble, Bernie swooped in, charming Chapman with compliments and flattery, securing his allegiance with finesse. Talk about a strategic masterstroke. But Bernie's toolkit went beyond smooth talking. His personal connections with track owners and government officials gave him the edge when it mattered most. From cozying up to King Juan Carlos for control of the circuit to orchestrating negotiations in the dead of night, Bernie played the game like a seasoned pro. And when it came to bluffing, Bernie had nerves of steel. During the South Africa Grand Prix, when the FIA president declared the race wouldn't count towards the championship, Bernie didn't bat an eye. Instead, he rallied the teams, covered costs, and even provided tires out of his own pocket. Now that's what I call playing hardball. But Bernie's crowning achievement came in the form of the Concord Agreement, a game-changing pact that reshaped the landscape of Formula One. With Enzo Ferrari by his side, Bernie dealt the final blow to his rivals, cementing his dominance in the sport. In 1995, Ecclestone's influence reached its peak when Max Mosley's FIA handed him the commercial rights to F1 for a jaw-dropping 15 years. Yep, you heard that right. One man, one sport, 15 years. It was a coronation of sorts, a nod to Bernie's unrivaled power over the destiny of Formula One. But Bernie was just getting started. In a move straight out of a playbook, he transferred ownership of his Formula One empire to his wife Slavica in 1996. Talk about a power move. This maneuver wasn't just about taxes. It was all part of Bernie's intricate plan to take Formula One to new heights. With the reins of Formula One now firmly in Slavica's hands, Bernie orchestrated a series of groundbreaking deals that reshaped the landscape of the sport. From negotiating a 10-year deal with the teams to inking a robust 15-year agreement with the FIA, Bernie was unstoppable. But Bernie wasn't just making waves in the boardroom. He was making headlines in the political arena too. With a cool $1 million donation to the Labour Party, Bernie showed that he wasn't afraid to play hardball when it came to lobbying the government. And let's just say it caused quite a stir. In 1999, Bernie executed another financial masterstroke, selling a chunk of his empire to Morgan Grenville Private Equity for a staggering $325 million. And just when you thought he couldn't top that, he sold even more of his stake to Hellman and Fredman for an eye-watering $725 million. But while Bernie's financial maneuvers may have raised a few eyebrows, there's no denying the impact he had on Formula One. From bringing new races to iconic tracks to revolutionizing the way the sport was televised, Bernie was the driving force behind Formula One's meteoric rise. But it wasn't all about the money for Bernie. He understood the dangers of the sport, having managed drivers like Stuart Lewis Evans and Jochen Rindt. His unwavering commitment to safety ushered in significant advancements, making Formula One a safer place for its daring protagonists. Yet like all great stories, Bernie's reign eventually came to an end when Liberty Media took over Formula One. But even in his departure, Bernie left his mark on the sport, paving the way for a new era of growth and innovation. From revamped logos to a newfound embrace of social media, Formula One has undergone a visual and digital transformation since Bernie's departure. And while the sport may have changed, Bernie's legacy lives on, reminding us all of the man who owned Formula One like no one else could. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.
Can a $19 billion plan truly transform New York's JFK Airport into a modern marvel? As one of the busiest airports in the world, JFK has long struggled with outdated facilities and congestion.
JFK is the worst airport in the country when it comes to dealing with luggage.
At JFK Airport, a temporary system outage at customs left travelers waiting for hours in security line.
Now, a massive overhaul aims to revitalize this iconic gateway. But what does this ambitious project entail, and how will it impact travelers in the city? Let's dive into the details of the bold plan to save JFK Airport. Now, New York City is the epitome of a world-class metropolis, renowned for its towering skyscrapers, vibrant culture, and bustling streets. But is it largest airport? Not so much. JFK has gained quite a notorious reputation among travelers, from being ranked the worst airport for luggage handling to incidents like a temporary customs outage that left passengers stranded for hours and a water main break that flooded Terminal 4,
It's safe to say JFK has seen better days.
A water main break flooded most of Terminal 4 at JFK International Airport yesterday.
JFK was celebrated as one of the top airports in the country. It boasted modern facilities and cutting-edge design and handled more international traffic than any other airport in the world. Originally called Idlewild Airport, it opened in 1948 to relieve congestion at LaGuardia, featuring 6 runways and 5 architecturally stunning terminals. The airport quickly became the first to serve passenger jets, marking its place as a pioneer in aviation. But over the years, JFK's glory began to fade. Outdated facilities, frequent delays, and a chaotic layout turned the once proud airport into a source of frustration for many. However, there's a new chapter on the horizon for JFK, one that promises to restore its former prestige. One of the major complaints about JFK is its disjointed layout, which often leads to confusion and long walks between terminals. The overhaul includes a complete redesign of the airport's layout, creating a more cohesive and easily navigable space. This means shorter walking distances, better signage, and improved accessibility for all travelers. But perhaps the most exciting part of the overhaul is the construction of a brand new terminal. This new terminal will be a game changer for JFK, offering modern architecture, cutting-edge technology, and a seamless travel experience. With larger gate areas, more efficient security checkpoints, and advanced baggage handling systems, this terminal is set to become the crown jewel of JFK. The goal of this $19 billion project is clear: to take JFK back to new heights and reclaim its status as a world-class aviation center. It's a bold vision, but one that is already underway, with construction happening as we speak. So, why should you care about this overhaul? Well, if you've ever traveled through JFK, you know the struggles all too well. But beyond that, this project is a testament to the importance of investing in infrastructure. Airports are gateways to the world, and a world-class city like New York deserves a world-class airport. So, what went wrong? Unlike most airports where terminals are controlled by a central operator and connected through a unified area, JFK operates differently. It originally had 6 disconnected terminals, 5 of which are still active, each managed by different airlines. This makes transferring between terminals a nightmare, especially during layovers. To make matters worse, the terminals are numbered 1 through 8, with a few missing numbers adding to the confusion. For years, travelers have dreaded passing through JFK, but with a projected 100 million annual passengers by 2050, city officials finally decided it was time to act. Enter the $19 billion transformation plan, which aims to turn JFK into a unified, interconnected, world-class airport. At the heart of this ambitious project is the new Terminal 1. Spanning 2.5 million square feet with 23 gates, it will be nearly the size of LaGuardia's 2 new terminals combined, making it JFK's largest terminal. This expansion will give global airlines the flexibility to upgrade aircraft as needed, ensuring they can meet the growing demand. The new Terminal 1 will boast new departures, arrivals, and customs hall, complete with state-of-the-art public spaces, amenities, and advanced technology. This includes the use of biometrics to provide a seamless experience through the airport, reducing wait times and enhancing security. The terminal will also feature a solar array thanks to a partnership with Alpha Structure, making it more sustainable and environmentally friendly. Set to be completed in phases, the new Terminal 1 is expected to be finished by 2030, with new halls and a portion of the gates ready by 2026. But that's not all. Terminal 6 will also undergo a massive transformation, stretching 1.2 million square feet across a 2-level concourse. This terminal will feature a giant new check-in space and a centralized security area, reducing the need for passengers to drag their luggage far. The East Hall will house additional dining and retail facilities, ultimately connecting to Terminal 5 and making connections between the two seamless. Construction of Terminal 6 is expected to finish around 2028. None of this regeneration would be possible without the engineering teams behind it. Parsons Corporation, today's video sponsor, is the lead designer for the reconstruction of roadways, the new ground-to-transportation center, and the relocation of utilities to provide more reliable service for the airport. This alone will cost $1.24 billion. The goal of this ambitious project is clear: to restore JFK to its former glory and beyond. This overhaul will not only enhance the travel experience, but also boost tourism and business opportunities for New York City. A world-class city deserves a world-class airport, and this project is a testament to that vision. Parsons Corporation, the engineering powerhouse behind this project, is set to simplify roadway operations and create a more travel-friendly experience for the 62 million passengers who pass through JFK annually. One of the highlights is the modern ground transportation center, which will include a new multi-level parking facility. This facility will feature EV charging stations and an eco-conscious timber facade. Additionally, a 400-foot-long elevated pedestrian bridge will link key areas, complemented by a rainwater harvesting facility and solar paneling. Parsons is passionate about delivering smart infrastructure that enhances global connectivity. Their expertise ranges from traditional program and construction management to digital solutions, PFAS decontamination, and more, ensuring comprehensive solutions that optimize project delivery and operations while improving the traveler experience worldwide. But let's get back to JFK. The modernization isn't limited to the construction of new terminals. The existing ones will also see significant upgrades, including new shops, restaurants, and overall enhancements. However, the outdated terminals are just part of the problem. One of the biggest issues JFK faces is the disjointed connection between its facilities. To address this, JFK Airport is reconfiguring its entire roadway transportation network. New roads, bridges, and enhanced traffic technologies will make it easier for travelers to navigate between terminals. A key improvement is the reduction of roadway loops from 5 to 2 main loops, simplifying navigation for drivers and reducing congestion. Included in this redesign is a new multi-level parking facility with nearly 2,000 spaces and an eco-friendly timber exterior. A 400-foot pedestrian bridge equipped with rainwater harvesting technology will connect this facility to the new Terminal 1, ensuring that passengers can move seamlessly between parking and the terminal. One of the most significant construction challenges is JFK's location. Surrounded by dense neighborhoods and congested highways, delivering and hauling away materials is a logistical nightmare. Instead of relying solely on trucks, workers are turning to the waterways. Barges carrying rocks and sand will navigate from as far north as the New York Catskills, traveling down the Hudson River and across the bay to a makeshift dock on the western side of the airport. This innovative approach minimizes traffic disruptions and ensures a steady supply of materials. Why should you care about this transformation? If you've ever navigated the chaos of JFK, you know the struggles all too well. But beyond personal convenience, this project underscores the importance of investing in infrastructure. Airports are gateways to the world, and enhancing them can significantly impact the economy and global connectivity. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section.